I would certainly veto it right away as Night Elf against Undead. Alright, ThomasG has joined the game. So it's going to be ThomasG against Ente, Night Elf against Undead on Turtle Rock. So game 1 starting now. No close spawn. I think it is possible. This isn't the W3 arena version, so it could have been close spawn, but looks like we have the opponents right in front of each other, so to speak. So we have ThomasG top right, spawning as Night Elf, playing for Denmark, opening up with a standard Altar Ancient War. I'm pretty sure he plays completely standard every single game, so we're probably going to see a Demon Hunter here, and then a Panda. Meanwhile, Ente opening with Crypt Altar. So, fairly late hero, but quick ghouls. Yeah, back, there's an alarm going, I just gotta turn it off. Alright, I'm back. So where are we? We have the Demon Hunter, as I predicted. Archer, creeping the green turtles with the Ancient War.
A player's forces are under attack.
So the question here is whether or not Ente is going to rush right away with ghouls, or if he's going to start creeping. I think rushing right away with ghouls is pretty strong because there's no way for the Night Elf to get level 2 easily on this map. So if you rush right away, there won't be any evasion, and they'll have to try to survive with just a level 1 Demon Hunter, which can be difficult. But when we watched Believe play against ThomasG, Believe started creeping, and he was very passive until level 3 Death Knight. So we'll see if Ente does the same, or if he's just going to rush right away. Given the late hero, he's probably just going to creep, because with that late of a Death Knight, he actually can't really stop the Demon Hunter from getting level 2. But the Demon Hunter would have to use a lot of Moon Walls to heal up here. He's going to have to use all his Moon Walls, so the Undead could have rushed. Probably still can. He might just go rushing now after killing the first turtles. So we do see a tech. Ente is just going down to the second set of turtles to get level 2. Got a slipper of agility, which isn't the best. ThomasG got 1 slippers, which is good, but the ring isn't the best.
A player's forces are under attack.
So the Demon Hunter might be chasing the Death Knight now. He's trying to find the Undead player. He has Wisps scouting around and Archers hiding. He'll probably pick up the boots here, possibly a staff as well, to be safe against surrounds. Yeah, so he gets both the boots and the staff. But he's running in the wrong direction. Ente is creeping these small turtles yet again, evading his opponent, who instead starts creeping. Don't see a Hunter Soul yet for ThomasG. But he probably will build it, or he's forgotten it. I don't think he'd go Ancient Winds. I've never seen him do that before.
Are under attack.
Ooh, Ente going for the red creeps next to his opponent, which is very nice since he hasn't been scattered at all. It means he's going to be level 3 with a good item, and he'll be right next to his opponent to harass with full mana on his Death Knight. See what item he gets here. He hasn't had the most luck so far. Oh, Stubby Mask is very nice. You could see some Wisp Harass here with the Death Knight just running around coiling Wisps, because one coil will kill. A level 2 coil kills the Wisp, so could be going for that. There's the Hunter Hall. It's a bit late. Demon Hunter finding some ghouls, gets one. Not gonna get the rest. Yeah, Death Knight just harassing. Level 3 Death Knight against level 2 Demon Hunter never really feels as good as Night Elf. Every single coil being thrown at Wisps.
Player's forces are under attack.
There's a lot of Wisps dead there. But ThomasG has a lot of wood. He can still get 2 lords and get a panda without any issues. He will have to rebuild his Wisps though. Here's the first mana burn of the game. Very, very late. Meanwhile, Ente rushing tier 3 right away. So it looks like we're going to see a kind of Hate Love Anger style all in here with Frenzy Ghouls and very late Fiends. And possibly like Lich Naga. Could also, like a lot of undeads on this map will just creep all game, because it's a very big map with a lot of creeps, and very easy to creep as undead, so one way to win on this map is to just be very passive and creep all game, and get high level heroes, high level items. But based on how Ente's been playing so far, I would say he's going to go for a timing attack. Ooh, Pendant of Energy for ThomasG, very nice item. We have a mana potion though on the Death Knight. He could kill the panda. Mana burn was a bit premature. Will we see it? He uses the mana potion, but he gets blocked. The panda will survive. So he instead focuses down an archer. So that wasn't really worth it. It could have been nice if the panda died there. But the panda gets out, and now the Death Knight's in a bit of trouble. Almost dying, but actually he probably has a town portal. Unsure here. It's risky. If he just gets hit once, he could get killed by mana burn. No. But the slaughterhouse is very, very late. So there won't really be any healing for a long time. This Death Knight's going to be kind of weak for the rest of the game, I'd say, almost. Meanwhile, the panda's creeping. Looks like Ente wants to creep himself. Let's see what items they get here. Tome Intelligence and Wand of Mana Stealing. So not the best Wand of Mana Stealing, but the experience matters the most here. He wants to get level 3 on both of those heroes, ideally, before Ente can all in. We have some really nice items on this Demon Hunter. And he finds Ente creeping, but kind of defensive Coil Nova there, keeping him back. But the Lich is kind of wandering away. We'll see what item Ente gets here. Potion of Invulnerability. Not the most important item, honestly, in this situation, but it's okay. Okay, just to keep the Lich alive, more or less. The first Dryas are out, and they're going to snipe some ghouls right away. Ente probably will not take this fight since he doesn't have the orb yet.
Player's forces are under attack.
And losing those ghouls kind of hurts. Tries to deny one, but doesn't really work. So we're getting closer and closer to level 3 for both of ThomasG's heroes here. Staff being used on the Demon Hunter to heal up. First bear should be out. No, not yet actually. So here are the first 2 bears coming out.
A player's forces are under attack.
Looks like we have some lag issues. Yeah, so far it's looking pretty good for ThomasG, but we might see the Ente just not going for a timing attack, instead just creeping all game, getting frost rims and stuff. So alright, the game's going again. I mean, Ente rushed tier 3 really fast, so I mean, it really speaks toward him going for an all-in. He's getting Frenzy as well and Destroyer, so it looks like it's going to be a 1 Destroyer all-in with a Naga third, Frenzy, Fiends, all that stuff. Like I said, it's kind of a surprising choice on this map because the late game is so strong for the Undead. But at the same time, the early game is very weak for the Night Elf, so that's why I don't like this map at all as Night Elf against Undead. I think like at any point in the game it's just good for the Undead.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ente probably should be solo creeping here to get level 3 Lich. But no. Picks up a belt of giant strength, which is pretty good for the Death Knight there. 3-3 on the Panda Death Knight now. Pretty good items on the Demon Hunter and the Panda. A lot of mana, a lot of Breaths of Fire gonna come in. First red camp, or first ogre red camp being prepped now. In the long run, these really can change the game. So whoever gets this, which is gonna be ThomasG, it's gonna be very nice for him. Let's see what aura he gets. Ancient Django, very good. So that's Endurance Aura and Atomic Experience.
A player's forces are under attack.
Meanwhile, Ente, like I said on this map, Undead's love to just creep. So I don't understand his kind of build order, but looks like he's just gonna go for the creeping. So this is what I'm talking about. Look at the Death Knight right now. Greater Mana Potion, Invulnerability Potion, 15-second Invulnerability Potion, and a Mana Potion, and a Belt of Giant Strength. So this is kind of what the Undead is hoping for, to just get a lot of these really strong items and then win
Player's forces are under
with
attack.
high-level moves and items. But ThomasG is very comfortable just playing passive as well. He's creeping. Setting up for the late game, getting the Ancient of Wind. Probably looking to expand now with this Wisp. Expanding at 50 supply is pretty normal timing. Ente got the second set of Ogre red creeps though, so they got one each. And let's see, he also got the Endurance Aura, so they got equally good items there. One of the best items you can get on this map. Okay, now we have level 5 Death Knight and level 3 Lich. Very scary. So any fight they take right now will be engaged. It's going to start with like a level 3 Coil and level 2 Frost Nova on like the Demon Hunter or the Panda. So right away, whenever a fight happens, the Night Elf is going to be a bit scared getting nuked right away. Level 4 Lich now. Looks like we're not going to see a third hero. Ente is content with just creeping his 2 heroes, the Death Knight and the Lich. I would like to see something like a Dark Ranger though.
A player's forces are under attack.
Even a Crypt Lord could be okay, but it looks like he's just gonna stick to the 2 heroes for now. Focusing on upgrades, he has 1-0 already, almost 2-0. ThomasG is as well getting upgrades. Right now it's 0-0, but he's getting the upgrades and breaking upkeep and expanding at the same time. So he's breaking upkeep to make sure he can defend this expansion once it's done. He's not being greedy. He's playing very safe. Which is good news for Ente, because that means he can bank
A player's
at
forces
50
are
food
under attack.
and then go for like 80 food all in against the expansion. So they'll have equal supply once they actually take a fight, as long as Ente doesn't take a stupid fight right now. But instead, Ente decides to break right away. So he realizes that ThomasG's army is too big to be below 50, which means he probably either has an expansion or is getting one. And so Ente decides to just break right away. It's also an okay choice here. I mean, item-wise, Ente can probably win any initial fight they take here. 2 scrolls of healing, 2 mana potions, endurance aura, good upgrades. This would be a pretty good positioning as well. Thank you for following. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed the cast. So we might have a fight here. I predict the first thing we'll see in a big fight will be the Demon Hunter getting nuked and being forced back. This Ancient War could be pivotal to any fight here, but Ente wants to take it down right away, and it will go down with ease. So ThomasG at 70 supply now. He can go up to 80 once this Tree of Life is done. It's making a lot of hippogriffs. Mana destroyers are all morphed. Here we go. It's pretty much equal. First fight is happening. First call is defensive on the Abomination, keeps it alive. Very, very efficient. Bears are melting like butter. This is very, very sick. All the hippogriffs are webbed, but Ente is not backing off, so they're still doing quite a bit of damage. Usually you want to web and then back off. One scroll has been used, and now the second one should be used shortly. We still have 2 mana potions left for both of these heroes. We should see the Greater Potion being used for the Death Knight now to save the Lich. Go. There's the nuke on the Death Knight, the Demon Hunter, and it goes down. ThomasG was not quick enough to Town Portal, and we have double 5 heroes for the Undead player. Looks like the expansion wasn't even started with Wisp, so it hasn't really paid off at all. It's just been a waste of money. And yeah, there's not a lot the Night Elf can do in this situation. He has a lot of mana on this panda, but like I said, in these late game situations, the high level nuke and the strong items really favors the undead. Although the Lich might die here. Oh wow, that was very, very close. That could have actually changed the game entirely. Like the panda could have leveled up to level 5, and this game could be alive. But right now, it's really over. GG from ThomasG. Well played by Ente, but like I said, Turtle Rock, I don't know why any Night Elf wouldn't. I would just veto it right away. Interesting choice. Just gonna go in